Hey everyone, it's Joe here from the Boat Course Wellness Center. First off, I'd like to say happy Cinco de Mayo for everyone. It's a beautiful day out here and I've been enjoying it. Obviously got to get your festive tee on, get your Boco hat. So I'm bringing to you a stretch break for today, Cinco de Mayo, 5-5. So we have 5 stretches, some of my favorites. Take 5 to 10 minutes to do. Before we get started, just want to remind everyone, these are for Bill Coors Wellness Center members as well as Molson Coors employees only. So let's get started. This would be a great warm-up to do before you go knock out Jessica's workout later today. A lower body one would be a great one to do before you get into your, if you have some weights, get into lifting. If you want to go running, this is a great one. We'll do some hip opening, some glute opening, all that good stuff. So we'll start. And make sure you got enough room. You can go barefoot if you want. I got socks on. I usually like to stretch barefoot if I can. So we're going to start with a deep squat. And you're going to try to keep the heels of your feet on the ground here. So what you're going to do first, if you're out here, that's fine. You want to try to sink deep in. Get these hands. And I'm just going to push. I'm going to sit into it. And I'm going to rock back and forth. And I'm going to take my elbows and push my knees out in this deep squat. And not only are we going to wiggle around in it a little bit, but I'm going to take and rotate. We're going to get a couple of rotation stretches in here, so just take your time. You're just opening your hips. Notice one of my heels is on the ground at all times. At least I'm not super flexible, but I try to stay into it. If you can't and you're up here, that's fine. You just want to widen that stance and open those hips up, maybe push. Whatever you got to do to stay deep in there, stay 25, 30 seconds at least, 45 seconds in that rotation, feel it out. Next, you're going to have Spider-Mans with a twist. So we're tossing another twist here. So instead of a lunge, we're doing a Spider-Man. For those of y'all that take my group exercise class, you know we like to do this for a dynamic warm-up. So you'll come in here and you're going to go to the side. So to the side, so I'm really pulling this opposite hip, stretching out these hip flexors, but I'm going to try to get that back knee off the ground. And while I'm doing this, so both knees are off the ground, I'm leaning forward and I'm just pulling. You're going to feel it in your quad, your hip, that psoas a little bit like I talked about earlier. And get some rotation, come back out of it. Same thing. Now if you have to get that knee down, that's fine. Just toss the knee down to rest for a second, come back. So different from a lunge where you're going forward, you're going to go at a diagonal angle. And if you want to, maybe come up in it, kind of like a lunge to stretch. There's no real wrong way to go about it. Just get the movement. Next, we're going to do an inchworm to a cobra. Pretty simple, but like they say, don't fix it if it ain't broke. So you're going to walk it out, inchworm it out to a cobra. Slowly walk it back in while you're down here. Pedal it out, pedal the heels out. Let the hands hang, and we'll go one more. Try to keep those quads off the ground if you can. If you have to rest them, that's fine. If you really want to advance it up, you can get some books or some sort of blocks to put your hands up to elevate so you'll get more of a stretch in your core, a deeper angle. Next, we're going to do a quad stretch. This one's kind of different here. You got to play around with it. You'll go like you're going to get in the crab position. Feet are even. You take one foot, pull it back, put it right about under your butt. The other one is out just for stability. So really, you want a lot of that body weight on this foot. And what you're going to do is you're not stepping on it, but you're going to lean forward. So you're going to send that quad down. I got most of my body weight on this foot right in here on my right foot while my hands balance. And I'm just going to dip that knee down. And it's really going to stretch the quad out. It'll take you a second. I'll show you from this angle. It'll take you a second to figure it out, but once you figure it out and feel it, you're going to love this quad stretch. So Just digging it in, moving it around. I'm gonna hold each one for about 30 seconds. Take the time to figure this one out. You really have to go off feel. Everybody's femur is gonna be longer or shorter. So there's not really a right angle. You just have to figure it out for yourself, what works for you. Best for last, we're gonna do a pigeon stretch to finish out this Cinco de Mayo stretch break, the 5x5. So, y'all have probably done this before. If you need to, go up on your couch, a chair, whatever you have to do. I'm just gonna go from the floor for here. So, you wanna try to get that 90-degree angle. Notice I'm trying to hold that foot down. And you're just gonna go, oh man, you'll feel this in the glutes, in the lats. It's a great stretch, come up with it. Come down, so you'll have an isometric hold with this leg, but up top, you're kind of slowly moving around. Just getting the full range of motion. We'll switch sides, and you can go maybe 20 seconds, alternate both sides, 20 seconds, so you get 40 seconds of each. This stretch break should only take you a little bit more than 5 minutes, so that's what's so great about it. Even if you're at your desk, pop on the floor next to you, you don't need much room. Just get it done. Boom. So, that is all for the stretch break for Cinco de Mayo. Y'all have a great day, stay safe, and stay tuned. Cheers.